Your name and your occupation.
I'm the special ed counselor in the school, and my name is Maria Guadalupe Ibarra.
How many years have you been working at Lamar?
I've been working for 14 years.
Would you rather be a teacher or a counselor?
I like both occupations, but I think I can help the students more. I think they need more counseling so that they can do good when they're, when they're in the class. So I think I like more the counseling, just to help them out more.
How many years have you been a counselor?
3 years. 3 years, and the rest were as a teacher, so yes, 3 years only.
What does typical day in your job look like?
A typical day, well, every single day is different. I do different things every single day. I mean, for sure, it has to do with students. But every single day, I mean, a different student comes, and they have different problems, different issues, so it's not the same. Every day is not the same. So that's why I love my job, because it's not the same.
What do you like most about your job?
That I can, well, first that students, I mean, I help them out a lot and all that, and then that is not the same. So I don't get bored or anything like that. I mean, it's something that I like to do, because I mean, that way students feel better and they're better prepared to be in class. So helping the students, I think it will be the most, out of the two, I think helping the students.
Is it hard to counsel a student?
Excuse me?
Is it hard to counsel a student?
Is it hard? Not really. It's just like talking, but sometimes, sometimes students are nervous, or they don't know me sometimes, and they don't know how to start the conversation. So I just let them, have, relax and do some relaxation techniques and all that. That way they can relax and be able to tell me what they want to tell me. So I've had probably maybe 2 students that don't want to talk, but that's because they decide not to talk. It's called mutism, selective mutism, where they don't want to talk to somebody. But that's not just with me, it's just with, it's with several people. But other than that, I mean, no, it's not that hard to console a student.
What is the hardest thing about your job?
The hardest thing, I think, is when I have to report a certain situation to CPS, knowing that, yes, I'm helping the student, but at the same time, it might hurt the student, because sometimes they are away from their parents for a while because of the call that I have to make. But I mean, overall, it's for, to benefit the student, to make them feel better and all that, but it does hurt them not being with their parents at that moment. I think that's the hardest part.
Okay.
What's your name and occupation?
My name is Nancy Duarte, and I'm the medical director at Lamar Middle School.
How many years have you been working at Lamar?
3 years.
Would you rather do paperwork or answer the phone all day?
Do paperwork.
What other position would you be interested in at Lamar?
I like to deal with parents, so I think a parent liaison will be another position I'm here to answer them.
Would you rather work with adults or with the students, and why?
With students, and I think they're very approachable, and I love to know about your background, so I think I enjoy students.
What does a day in your office work looks like?
Well, every day I have to be on top of all the paperwork that we do in the department. Mostly the information on the yellow students. We need to have everything in order because they call us from the main office or from other schools asking for information. So we need to have everything in, in file correctly. So if they ask me for what school you were in before here in Lamar, I have to, be ready to inform that to other schools in the district of where it goes.
What's the most interesting thing about your work?
I think one of the interesting things, or the most interesting thing, is to deal with parents. I like to inform the parents about the importance of the program, that you guys are very important in the department and school, the district by itself. That is one of the things I most.
What's the most difficult thing about your job?
About my job is, I think, deal with parents also. Make them understand that you guys are very important to the district, and to get them involved, with you guys and your work, and with the, teachers, and make them understand that if they involve with you guys as as a whole, you guys will do wonders. I think you guys need your parents' help every day, so I think that is the most difficult thing to do, make them understand that you guys are awesome, and you guys really need to grow in the district and in the country. So I hope they understand that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Norma Monica Segura, and I am an 8th grade science teacher here at Lamar Middle School.
How many years have you been working at Lamar?
I have been teaching for 25 years, all of them here at Lamar Middle School, teaching 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade science.
Thank you.
How many years have you been a teacher?
I've been teaching for is it the same question?
That's okay.
I've been teaching for 25 years, and again, like I was telling the other young lady, here at Lamar Middle School, I started in 6th grade. I taught 7 years, and I moved to 7th grade, so it was fun because I moved with my kids. And for the past 10 years, I've been doing 8th grade science.
Thank you.
Why do you like teaching science?
I love science because it's in our everyday life. I mean, everything from the minute we wake up to the minute we go to sleep, everything we put in our mouths, everything around us, whether it's medicines, we have to make decisions every day because of science. So that is why I enjoy it.
Do you do other subjects, or do you like teaching?
If I could teach another subject, I'd probably like to teach writing because I love to write. I love to express myself. In the science class, I ask my students to write daily journals. They get a daily journal question. They also have to write something once a month. I give them compositions just to wrap up whatever we've been learning. And it's important for students to be able to express how they feel. And it's also a way of a teacher knowing if the kids understand what's going on in the classroom.
What's your favorite subject in science, and why?
Oh, science, a lot, everything I think. But my favorite, I believe, and I don't teach it in the 8th grade, is life science, which is the cells in the human body. But currently in 8th grade, what I truly do enjoy is the periodic table and teaching my students about atoms and the way the periodic table is arranged.
What is your favorite thing about the job?
My favorite thing is that every year, almost every day, I get to meet different kids, and my satisfaction of being a teacher is seeing them 5, 10 years later when they graduate, both from high school and college, and that some of them come back and tell me that they joined or they did something related to science because I was able to impact them in my teaching.
What is the most difficult thing about your job?
Difficult. I don't know. I think it's more of a challenge. I think when I get students that can't read, can't write, because my job is to teach them science, but I don't consider teaching a job. It's something I enjoy doing. I have a passion for teaching kids, but difficult sometimes when I can't reach every student. When sometimes a student is not able to follow with the rest of the class and they tend to fall behind. But of course, I'm always available for tutoring and helping the students so that they can reach their best potential.
Thank you.
What is your name and occupation?
What is my name? My name is Lorena Torres, and my occupation is I'm an administrator at Lamar Middle School.
Thanks. How many years have you been working at Lamar?
How many years? I'm finishing my 5th year at Lamar Middle School.
Would you rather be a teacher or a principal, and why?
I was a teacher, and I love working as a teacher, but I've already been more years working as administrator, and I really do enjoy what I'm doing, but I do miss teaching. And the reason I miss teaching is because I miss the interaction between the kids.
How many years have you been a principal?
I have been an assistant principal, let me see, since 2000, so 16 years. I was an assistant principal for 13 years, and I was a principal for 3 years.
Would you rather work with the students or work with the teachers, and why?
I love working better with kids than with teachers because you are very moldable. It means you're just beginning to learn, and so it's easier to teach you all. And when you become an adult, you grow up and you go to school, and so you have your own ideas of how you want to do things. So it's a little different working with teachers.
Thank you. What is the most interesting thing about your job, and why?
The most interesting thing is working with you all. Going into the classrooms and sitting down while the teacher is teaching and watching how you all learn everything she's teaching you all.
What is your favorite part about your job, and why?
My favorite part is working with the kids.
What is the hardest part about your job?
The hardest part is when you have to multitask. That means that everybody's asking you to do something and you have to turn it in all at the same time. So then you have to prioritize. And so it makes it a little difficult when you're multitasking. Like right now, I'm doing the summer school program and I'm working on master schedules for next year. And then we have to do campus improvement plan. And then I have to turn in the absences for the teachers. And we have to coordinate different things. So when you have to coordinate different things, you gotta think, what am I gonna do first? Does that happen to you all too?
Yeah.
When you have to turn in a lot of different assignments for several teachers? That's hard, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
What is your name and occupation?
Okay, my name is Ms. Ballesteros, and I'm an assistant principal at Lamar Middle School.
How many years ago you have been a principal?
I have been an assistant principal for the past 8 years.
Where teach?
Where have I taught? I've taught at Los Obispos, I've taught at LBJ, I've taught at Doña Gonzalez Middle School. Language arts.
Will you rather be the teacher or the principal?
I'd rather be the principal.
Why?
Because I get to see everything that's going around, everything that's happening on campus, and I can help teachers and help students at the same time.
What is difficult? No, what is most difficult in your job?
The most difficult part of my job is talking to parents when students misbehave.
What do you like most in your job?
I love that I can make a difference in students' lives and I can help teachers.
Will you ever deal with discipline in the classroom or help with teaching process?
I'd rather help with the teaching process.
Why?
Because the discipline gets old. It's tiresome. And you don't have to deal with the parents.
Do you prefer working with the teacher or with the students?
I prefer working with the students.
Why?
Because students are a lot easier to work with. Teachers are a little bit more difficult to work with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.